By now, the monkey was racing around the attic. After a short chase, he jumped onto Sarah's arms. Sarah handed him to Ramdas. "Thank you, miss," said Ramdas. "My master will be so grateful. He is always sad, and the monkey makes him laugh." "Why is he sad?" asked Sarah. "His best friend died," said Ramdas, "and now he is looking for his friend's child. He will not rest until he finds her." "I am sorry," said Sarah. "I hope your master finds the child." Ramdas took the monkey home and told his master all about Sarah. "She lives in such a cold, awful room," said Ramdas. "It is no place for a little girl." That night, Sarah went to bed hungry and cold as usual. But when she woke up, she was warm and cozy. She reached out and felt a satin blanket. "I must be dreaming," she said. Then she opened her eyes. "This can't be real," she gasped. But it was. A thick rug lay on the floor. There was a glowing fire and a table covered with food. A silk robe and slippers lay waiting for her. A pile of books lay nearby. On top was a note: "To the little girl in the attic, from a friend." Sarah ran to get Becky. "It's magic," she cried. "A magician came while we were sleeping." The two girls sat by the fire. They had fruit and muffin and tea. "Will it all melt away?" asked Becky. "No," said Sarah. "I pinched myself to be sure it is real." The girls didn't expect the magic to happen again, but from then on, every morning and night, a cheery fire and a hot meal waited for them. Sarah still worked hard. Miss Minchin was nastier than ever. But Sarah did not mind. She had a secret friend. She only wished she could say thank you. One day, the monkey came back. "You silly thing," said Sarah. She hid him under the coat and slipped next door. "She found our monkey again," said Ramdas when he saw her. "Please come in. The master, Mr. Carrisford, will be glad if you visit." Inside sat a sad-looking man with a kind face. "So you are the little girl in the attic," said Mr. Carrisford. Suddenly Sarah understood. "You sent me those wonderful things," she said slowly. "You are my friend." She took his thin hand and kissed it. "Tell me, what is your name?" asked Mr. Carrisford. "Sarah," she said. "Sarah Crewe." Mr. Carrisford became so pale. Sarah was afraid he would faint. "What's wrong?" she cried. "You are Captain Crewe's child," said Mr. Carrisford in wonder. "He was my best friend. I have been looking for you for so long." "I am the child you were looking for?" Sarah whispered. "And I was right next door." "If only I had known," Mr. Carrisford said. "You see, Sarah, your father did not lose his fortune. I have kept it for you. You will live a good life with me." "I am glad," said Sarah. "But please, what about Becky? She lives in the attic too, and Miss Minchin is so mean to her." "Becky can come too," said Mr. Carrisford. The same day, Sarah and Becky left Miss Minchin's school forever. Miss Minchin was angry and upset. She even begged Sarah to come back. But Sarah said, "Never." Most of the girls were happy for Sarah. Becky, of course, was happiest of all. "I was right," Becky told Sarah. "You always were a princess. You always will be." "I always tried to be," Sarah said softly. The end.